YouTube. I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Dice Tribe's Ambitions. So, when as you could tell, I was a little bit addicted to crop rotation. And in my communication with the developer, when he graciously gave me some keys, he had also mentioned that he had one game previous. This one, Dice Tribe's Ambitions. Now, he admitted it's one of his earlier works, but he gave me a key to it anyway, and I figured, you know what, let's dive into it. I have not actually heard of this one, but in giving it a little bit of a try here, I like it. Essentially, it is a worker placement management game where you're trying to build up your tribe and complete one of the ambitions. Basically, there are many different ambitions, which are the final goals that you need to build up to. So you need to stabilize and grow your village, but also still pivot it to the ambition before waves of plague and other ill events come over you. So let's do a new game. And you know what? We're gonna do a random. Because there's ways to draft. Actually, you know what? Let's do a draft. And we're gonna start on the default difficulty. I've played and beaten it a few times, but it's one of those games where the difficulty gets higher and higher as you go on. So let's do this. All right. So when drafting your village, the first thing you need to draft is your starting location, grasslands, the hills, and the savanna. This determines what frequency, what type of resources spawn from there if you go exploring in that particular biome. Each of these also has a village card, which not only tells you how to get more villagers, but also what kind of tools you have. Now, the tools are basically how do you tweak the dice rolls, because essentially all of your villagers are like dice. So we're gonna go with this particular village. Basically, you need 2 villagers on a 1, and that will make a new villager next turn. We also have rerolls and then a +1, which is not too bad. Also, the savanna, while having no food, is a good all-around one. So we'll look for other. We get other to pick other biomes, so we'll find a food-heavy one with our next one. So next we have jungle and grasslands. This also determines our knowledge text. These are special, unique texts here. Grasslands is all food. This is pretty much what we want. The religious tech can use the dice face 1 where 5 is required. Which is not too bad. It gives us a little versatility. Not my first choice, but we need it more for the grasslands for all the food availability. So we'll go grasslands, and now we get one more biome to go for with also another set of techs here. 2 opportunities. These are like positive random events. You get 2 instead of 1. Marshlands is not too bad, and then coast is also very food heavy. I do like the coast. Now remind me, savanna. Yeah, savanna has rock in it. Increase resources or we could do that. Yeah, let's do marshlands. So those are our 3 biomes available to us. Now we have to draft packs of techs. These we don't start with, but these are techs that are randomly available to us. And the ways these are is 1 will always be a food-related tech. 1 will be a sort of a building tech, allowing you to construct a building to give you additional options and abilities. And then 1 will be a ambition tech, a tech needed to unlock one of the ambitions. Now, one of my favorite is dog training. I love the kennel. I love the kennel. We're going dog training. Mycology's not too bad either. And heck, maybe we'll go for art. I haven't done art before as a thing. All right. Fishing's not bad. Chemistry's a little redundant with dog training, oddly enough. Woodcutting's not too bad. Might also be helpful, yeah, with mycology. And also religion. Sure, why not? We'll go foraging. Construction of a library is not too bad. Yeah, we'll do that. And now we pick a starting villager set. The white ones are just normal 6-sided dice, but then you can train your villagers to have special abilities, or they might have them right off the bat. I like the researcher. Having extra science when they go exploring is actually really good. An archaeologist is not bad. Plus, it gets us extra stone. Yeah, we'll go for you. Okay, so here we start off with 5 villagers, and this is what they all rolled. And then each of these determines different things. So like if we have to have a 6 to go exploring, but then that will open up a new territory. So let's open up here. Actually, we'll open up to grasslands. So normally grasslands can only it randomly picks 4 different resources, and as you can see from the available resources, normally it's almost all food and then 1 stone. But because we explored with our researcher, we threw in 2 chances for research to go in there. It looks like we got 1 research, 1 stone, and then 2 food, which ain't bad. Now we can do more exploring here. We also have 2 science here. There's our dog training. We need 3 science. Yeah, let's put our normal villager in here. Although, hang on. I'm gonna do some rerolls of the 4s to see if we can get another 1, because then we can make another villager nice and early. Nope, that's a 5. Let's try rerolling the 4. That's also a 5. Problematic. Okay, so we're not getting that. I guess what we can do, we forge up 1 thing. We do still want this. Now we need somebody who is an even number to be put in there. I think what I will do is I will make one of these +1s and then just put it into dog training to get our tech. And then our archaeologist, we can throw them into, marshlands. Oh wow, the two stone that we threw in there happened to get both rolled. So we got a lot more stone out of a place that we normally wouldn't, which is fine. And then last but not least, we have this 5, because using tools doesn't use up your villager. But these are all, like, it has to be 1 or a 2 and you get that much. So 5 is too high. One thing we can do is train a villager. I'm going to train them to be a builder. A builder has modified dice faces. Look at down there. There's 3s, mostly 4s, and then a 5. So a lot more consistent, which is a good thing. So yeah, I think this is a good first turn. Also, we have to pay 1 food for every villager that we have. So we have 5 villagers. We have to consume 5 food. Obviously, if you run out of food, people start dying. Okay, now we have a special opportunity event. If we get a 6 somewhere, then we can put that here and just get a free villager rather than having 2 1s. Although we do have 2 1s. So I think we can get multiple villagers here. We just need to re-roll. This has a lot of chances of getting 5s, and if it gets a 5, then we can +1 it to a 6 and then use that for migration. There you go. There's our natural 6. So now we're going to be getting 2 new villagers. We can start building a kennel. Now we actually have to invest in it. Either one of these, plus or equal, greater than or equal to 4, or less than or equal to 4. So a 4 can build either half of this. we'll build half of it. Actually, no, we'll take the greater than one. All right, so we should be getting a couple more. Yeah, now we have 7 villagers. Now we have more stuff that we can do. All right, trade. Now the trading things, these are different. Every time this merchant comes around, the trading exchanges are different each time. And depending on what number you feed in there, that's what you're going to be trading. I don't think we have a huge excess of things. We do want to put someone in here to finish building the kennel. We can throw a researcher in here to finish the kennel. That'll be next turn. Things with little lightning bolts happen immediately. Let's get, yeah, the grasslands in there. Wow, lots of stone. What can we do? Nothing trades away for stone. What do we have in? I mean, we have food in excess, but I don't think we need to trade for stone with 3. We could +1. With a couple of 3s, there's a bit of foraging we can do. Some of these are equal to 3 rather than 4, or rather than 2. But you'll see once we finish the kennel, you'll see why I like the kennel so much. Still no good research out there. Well, there's one good research, but our dice are too high. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'm going to +1 this to get a 6 out of it. And let's get a savanna for, well, a little bit more. We do have a forage for 3. And then this builder, if we re-roll you, you're probably going to be a 4, which can get us 4 stone. Looking good. There's our kennel. So what kennels do is they spawn dogs, and you get more dogs. Like the dogs respawn, but you can pay food to breed more. Dogs are always a 2, but they can forage, and you can get lots of them. So they can, forage anything. All these 2 or unders are perfect for these dogs. All right, I want to +1 you and explore. Who has, yeah, we'll go marshlands. Yeah, double science there. We want lots of science. We could go breeding. Let's see if we can't re-roll to get a 1. Oh, wow, lucky. I'll take double 1 for a new villager. Food opportunity at a 4. We'll take that. Now we placed our 1 dog. Let's place down a 4. Pay 5 food. And now we get another dog permanently. Also, these things do have a limit, but they'll go away once you use them all up. Let's get more research. What can we get here? Wood cutting's an interesting one. This one sort of soaks up all the trees for us. Mycology, not bad. Apiculture. Religion's one of the ones, but we already did. I did religion in a past game, so I'm going to go with a different one here. We go collect. Yeah, we'll probably go art. All right, so we need odd dice numbers if we're going to get those. Let me re-roll 6. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I mean, we could go apiculture. Yeah, I guess we'll go apiculture. And then for you, we can spawn a savanna. All right, so now we can build the apiary. And there's our art research, but we need a lot more research. Luckily, we have our dogs. I'm gonna start. Yeah, we do want to forage up the research first. Now we're up to 5. Knowledge lets us train. Copy the dice value onto another dice. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure about that. Opportunist might be a good one to get, though. We just need more science. And also art. Art's a... I think we're going to go art for this one. But first things first, do I not have any 4s? I do not actually have any 4s. That's kind of funny. Not really, but it's kind of annoying. All right, we don't need all these high numbers, honestly. Yeah, we need 4s is what we need. All right, I'm going to +1 you to get a 4 so we can accept villagers. I'm going to re-roll our builder, who's likely to land on a 4. For Pete's sake. They only have 1 3. They landed on the 3. Let's try re-rolling you again. All right, there's our 4. Get our apiary. We need more wood. What I'm going to do is breed another doggo and find some trees for the doggo to harvest. And then we have our less than, and then we have our greater than. So we get our apiary going next turn. These all need, yeah, we need lower numbers to do any real foraging. We don't have room to do more exploration, actually. We could grab wood cutting. But we don't have a lot of wood. We don't have enough science to grab art. Well, let's get wood cutting because it lets us make our villagers useful. We may need to leave some of our villagers idle, or I could train up an explorer. That's a possibility. Yeah, let's train up an explorer because there are deeper explorations you can do if you explore with an explorer. Yes, there's unused dice. I can't do anything about that. Obviously, you want to avoid unused dice. That makes... because you still have to feed them. And we are getting lower on food. Alright, but we can keep going for doggos. Alright, here's a negative event. Amnesia. Makes us forget something. Unless we drop a 6 and a 2 in there. Within 3 rounds. Alright, apiary. This slot grows by 1. So it will be halved after harvesting, but if we just leave it alone, the slots get bigger. So I think we'll do that. All right, let's look at all of these. So we need 3s to get the stone. We need a 4, which again, oh no, we have a 4. A 6 and a 2 we can do to take care of that. We can go under a 3. Although yeah, dogs can't opportunities. All right, you know what we'll do? We're going to get our doggos here. Once you use up all 4, that makes this disappear, and thus we can explore other opportunities. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to let the apiary grow. We are going to doggo. We'll get another doggo. Oh, woodcutter's hut. Yeah, we do need a 4. All right, you know, I'm going to re-roll my builder. Game. Thank you, game. Woodcutter's hut. All right, that builds itself immediately. So any trees outstanding will go here, and we can train up a woodcutter. I don't know if we do want to train them up, but at least we have them built. Researcher. Actually, first things first, let's breed another doggo. I don't actually. If we use up this one, it'll expend this savanna. We'll make room for 2 more things. We can do a well. We won't make room for these until next turn. So we will +1 you, so we can get 3 food. We can just use you to get more. Get some more. Researcher, I don't want to. Well, we can research knowledge, but we already have a researcher, and I'm not too interested in the library. I don't want to retrain you. But you know what? What does the library do again? Copy the dice value onto another dice. So we can make we could use this for breeding villagers if we use up, but I just don't like the idea of spending 2 research to do that. If we had a little bit more knowledge, we could go for religious. Actually, is there a knowledge outstanding? I don't actually think there is. I think we've expended all of our knowledge, our fonts of knowledge. All right, in the interest of, yeah, no, I don't want to retrain them because they're already that. All right, we'll get knowledge. I hate to waste an action. All right, so yeah, we're condensing our explored lands here. All right, now our explorer is at a 6, which means we can explore. Yeah, let's explore here. And now we get a special location where we can explore deeper with additional 6s. Also, it gives us only one other thing, but it's much higher value, and that happens to be a 4. And since I'm not so excited about building the library, let's get the 4 science. We will explore. Actually, we'll explore with our researcher for more researches. We'll throw a 6 into exploring. So we have a 10% chance of this transforming into something unique or rarer. But if it doesn't, then the chance gets higher. All right, doggo time. Forage more science. Forage more science. We're up to 8. We could get art now. We could do art. I'm inclined to do some art. We have a 1. If we re-roll, we might get another 1. Beautiful. New villager. A 2-point food opportunity does not really excite me. So we'll do what we can here. Let's just clear out this by getting lots of stone. Let's re-roll. A 1. You know what? We're gonna. We could harvest some food from the apiary, but I think the ideal here is slot will be halved, rounded up. So we want to wait for a 5. We want all of these to get to a 5 before we start harvesting, because we want to harvest on the odd numbers to maximize, or rather minimize the loss of the base value of the food. Oh, actually, you know what? 4, you're going to turn into a doggo. Oh, that doggo needs to get us some food, because otherwise we're going to be short some food. Yeah, get us some food, doggo. And you know what? You get a food from food opportunity, and we now have exactly enough food for just this round. I need to be more mindful of my food. At least that apiary is still doing stuff for us. All right, merchant. Trading for food. Is there a stone for food? There's a stone for science. Yes, there's a 5 will give us stone for food. 3 stone for 6 food. And we have lots of stone. All right, we didn't get our exploration here, but that's okay. We can put another 6er in there. All right, well, first things first. Yeah, 3 stone for 6 food I will take. You can... There we go. And now that halves it to a 3. So now we're good on food this round. We have our full kennel worth of doggos, so we don't need to keep putting doggos in there. Yeah, we'll put you there. We'll clear out this marshlands. I'm going to try re-rolling to get a 6. There's our 6. Because when you have a 6 explorer on a 6, this is what allows you to get one of the unique locations. Either the cave bats or the rabbits. So 40% chance of that happening. We have a 3-fer, so we'll do that because the doggos can't be a 3-fer. Do we have any other specifics? The 4 is already expended, so yeah, we're going to be blowing through a lot of our things here. Yeah, put the doggo here. That should burn through that. So yeah, we're going to burn through a lot of our different things. All right, and you can keep trading here. You know what? 4 stone for 6 science. That sounds really good to me. So good that I'm going to do it twice. Now we have a ton of science. We can use our 4 to start building the museum. We do need a lot of stone, but we have plenty. But I think what we're going to do... You're going to use a 1 where 5 is required. I'm more interested in opportunist, honestly speaking. We can do that. All right, we'll get opportunist researched. And then a 3, what does a 3 trade us? Wood for food? We need our wood. Not so much interested in that. What does a 4 get us? Wood for stone for wood, but we need our stone. Actually, you know what? We can start construction on the museum with you. All right, we got 2 opportunities now because of our opportunists, the food opportunity and a priest. Priest will bless the dice to have a greater chance of rolling its last 3. We are still... I want to bless the explorer, but I also want to finish this exploration. Cons find it. 5 will give us stone. Yeah, and we need the 6s. We'll explore you. We'll +1 you. And explore the marshlands. This should be better. All right, we have a 5 here for our apiary, so that's prime time to use that. And now we have targets for the doggos. Because the doggos can only go in these areas. You can't use them for any other parts of the village, but that's fine. Forage. 9 science. Foraging actually is the tech that we want. And actually, if we use our last doggo for more science, we could do the religious tech as well with an odd. And then yeah, we can continue building and then maybe go for a reroll. Let's go for a reroll. And that's a 1. Let's go for a reroll. If we get a 1, then we make a new villager. Nope, that's a 5. All right, so the 5 we can build. I think the 1 I'm going to train into a woodcutter so we can start getting this. Of course, we could just grab the 2 1s and make a baby out of them. I think I will do that. All right, this can get us a bunch of things, but I don't know if I want to commit 3 people to it. Investigation's kind of meh. I'm probably going to ignore it. Merchant, on the other hand, what do we have a ton of? Well, we need more food, but we need our 5s. We need our 5s for our apiary. Get that going. Let's re-roll you to see if we can't, because yeah, we didn't hit. There you go. Yeah, now it's 100%. We keep on whiffing with this dang thing. We'll put a doggo here, doggo here. Oh yeah, we want the forager hut built. Yeah, we'll finish the museum. We'll put you there. Put you there. Make a baby. That will clear that area out. What does a 2 get us? 3 science for not really feeling that. We could grab religious. Use dice face 1 where 5 is required. I mean, it could get us stuff for our apiaries. Oh wait, needs to be odd. +1, please. Now you're odd. And investigate. No, there's no 5s there. We could also use this to kick off our collector ambition, which will be sort of our end game. Yeah, let's do that. Because we're committing to it. We're about to build our museum, and which is our first mission: build the museum. All right, what do we get here? We got cave bats. So we start with the way cave bats work is you start with a 1 and then it becomes a 2. You hit it with a 2. And it becomes a 3. Then a 3 becomes a 4, and a 4 becomes a 5, which we could use a 1 for if we wanted to. And then a 5 becomes a 6. And then you can just keep hitting it with 6s and just go to town. I think I'm going to +1 one of you and just keep hunting deeper. We also need a 5 here for this apiary. All right, what's our curator do? Collect. Place to add the dice face to the collection. The dice face must not exist in the collection. You cannot add any face from a normal or villager or temporary dice. So it has to be a special thing. All right, so let's train a curator. Place to change the dice face to the most common face in the collection. Interesting. Okay. And then yeah, let's train up a woodcutter because we need the special dice faces. Also, we have this rotting wood problem that we need to deal with, but let me go searching for. I want to hit the savannah because we already found the cave bats, so now we're more likely to get the other stuff, the better stuff. We could throw you in there to preserve wood, and then let's re-roll 1. I don't know if religious would kick that in. 4. Well, there's a twofer would work. Well, yeah, let's doggos first. Actually, there's a 5er stone right there. Of course, that leaves us with 2 doggos. I'm not sure I want to continue doing the cave bats. Well, actually, I don't want to leave it because I want this to pop into rabbits first. Unfortunately, we can't use you for opportunities. Luckily, we don't. The doggos don't cost us food. But now we have lots of unique types of dice, so now we can start our collection. So we have a 4. We feed you. And an explorer. And a researcher. An archaeologist. A builder. Let's see, let's put the 5 in here. We can yeah. Use the ones where the 5s would work, thanks to religion. Insight will turn any 1 dice into a 4, which, I mean, same thing. Exhibit does the same thing. Yeah, we need a 1 to start the hunt deeper so that a doggo can get unit number 2, but yeah, it's just not very efficient. What do we have up for offer for the merchant? We're okay with food. I mean, what I really want is more 6s. So let's start the re-rolling. See if we can get something better. A 2 isn't going to do it. Let's try you again. There's a 5, which we can make into a 6, which we can then use to explore. And now we have something for the doggos to do. I am happy with that. And you know what, I mean, I guess we could do a migration. We put a 2 here, and then we insight you to a 4. Next turn we can get you in, but that doesn't really feel great. What we really should be doing is training up more villagers, or villager types rather. And then with a 2, yeah, we'll get another curator. That's fine. All right, I don't think we have a 1 yet. Does it say what our collection has? Yeah, because it's different face values of unique ones. So we need a 5. well, we need six normals. You're going to explore for us, so the doggos have something to do. You need to apiary. All right, we're going to hunt deeper so we can doggo deeper. We'll +1 you so that you can go exploring. All right, we already have a twofer on our explorer. Our forager hasn't foraged up any food yet, so I think we can throw our forager in there. We already have that, so we can just use that to collect trees. Let's re-roll our explorer for a 3. That's a unique one. We already have a 4 on builder, so if builder shows up with a 3 or a 5, we can throw them in. You know what? We'll throw a 2 in there. I am not particularly interested in... Oh, we can insight you to a 6. That is useful. We can spawn more more goodies here. Yeah, let's forage up the stuff that doesn't get auto harvested by our woodcutter's hut or our forager hut. We'll want to manually harvest up. I mean, granted, we can manually harvest up some of the others. The more efficient things, anything that's less than 2, we'll harvest up and then let the autos do its thing. And then a 4 for... I could build the library. You know what? Let's re-roll this, see if we get a 5 or a 3. There's our 5. We can add you to the collection. All right, that's good. All right, another migration plus an insight for 3. All right, looking at exhibits. All right, a 2 for curate, a curator at 2 is unique. A lumberjack at 2 is unique. We know we have a curator at 5, so you hit up the apiary. We know we have a forager. Let's re-roll you. A forager at 4 is unique. Let's re-roll the explorer. I was hoping for a 6. We could just change you to that, but that's not really going to help us out. We will do a 1 for a 5. We'll use you. Actually, I'd rather just keep exploring new stuff here. Yeah, the doggos can handle the 2. We'll change you to a 3 and let you forage that up. That is a unique collection. And a builder at a 3. I think that starts... can only be used by a curator. Okay, we have to use our curator at a 5 or a 1. Yeah, we can get another villager with a 1 for there. We could also breed another villager. Yeah, we can do that. And then a 2 for, what can we do for a 2 for or a 3 for? You know what? We're going to train you into a curator to maximize the chances. And then, yeah, here we doggo. We maximum doggo. 15 is the limit of the number of villagers that you can have, by the way. Okay. We +1 the curator, and that lets us start the exhibition. And there we go. That won. Sweet. All right, we got ourselves a collector ambition victory, and there's a whole bunch of them too, like a whole bunch of different victory types. So lots of different ways, and then the way the game progresses is it just starts layering on harder and harder starting conditions on you. So it's a neat little game. I would advise checking it out. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar signing out. See ya.